Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Hima Tutorials. Today I am going to discuss about society and religion during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay? Let us discuss about the society during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay? During the period of Ikshvakus, the kings followed Vedic religion. Okay, whereas queens followed Buddhism. Okay, and during the period of Ikshvakus, women's enjoyed equal status. Okay, and Brahmins occupied the highest position. Okay, the Sudras, they look after the agriculture sector. Okay, whereas the Vaishyas look after the trade. Okay, both local trade as well as foreign trade, both are in the control of Vaishyas. Okay, and Radhakaras. Okay, Radhakaras means Vishwa Brahmins are also emerged during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, and during the period of Ikshvakus, this trade system is referred to as Sreni system. Okay, now discuss about the agriculture during the period of Ikshvakus. Agriculture during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, and both food crops and cash crops are cultivated in both Kharif and Rabi seasons. Both food crops and cash crops in both Kharif and Rabi seasons. Okay, what are the food crops means? Paddy, wheat, ragi. Okay, coming to cash crops, cotton, sugarcane and coconut. Okay, and there are some form of trade guilds during the period of Ikshvakus. What are those trade guilds? Parnika Sreni. Next is Pusika Sreni. Okay, Parnika Sreni means betel nut leaves. Okay, betel nut means leaves means Tamalapaku. Okay, Pusika Shreni. Okay, Pusika Shreni means what? The one who prepares sweets. Parnika Shreni means the one who prepare betel nut leaves. Okay. Agriculture during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, both cash crops as well as food crops are cultivated in agriculture during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, both food crops as well as cash crops. Food crops as well as cash crops cultivated in both Kharif and Rabi seasons. Okay, food crops are mainly paddy, wheat, ragi, and maize. Okay, coming to cash crops, coconuts and sugarcane, cotton. Okay, during the period of Ikshvakus, there are some form of trade guilds or Sreni systems. Okay, two types of trade guilds are there. There are some business trades. Okay, they are Parnika Sreni, Pusika Sreni. Parnika Sreni. This business class is mainly for trade in betelnut leaves. Okay, and for Pusika Sreni, this is for confectioners, the one who prepare sweets. Okay, this is for special trade in betelnut leaves. Okay, this business class this is referred to as Parnika Sreni. Okay, and the trade was mainly with Rome. Trade was mainly with Rome and Vijayapuri. Vijayapuri was the trade center during the period of Ikshvakus, and Ghantasala was the port city. Ghantasala was the port city, and trade relations with Rome mainly happened through land route. Okay, and imports during the Ikshvakus period are wine, gold and silver, whereas exports coconuts, spices and muslin cloths. Okay, make a note of it. Now we will discuss about the religion during the period of Ikshvakus. Now discuss about religion during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, during the period of Ikshvakus, both Vedic religion and Buddhism was followed, and whereas the king follows Vedic religion. Okay, whereas the queens, people and traders follow Buddhism. Okay, and Nagarjunakonda was visited by Sri Lankan Buddhist. Okay, and during the period of Ikshvakus, particular date and month on inscriptions was started. was started. That means if we laid a inscription, okay, on that inscription the date and month, that means on which date, on which month the Patlar inscription is laid, they are mentioning on that inscription. Okay, this tradition of entering particular date and month on inscription was started during the period of Ikshvakus. Okay, and coming to next point, as I already said, Shantisri appointed Badantacharya to supervise Buddhist constructions, right? This Badantacharya, okay, this Badantacharya started tradition of mentioning name of sculptures, okay, on sculpture. Okay, this Badantacharya, we have to remember 2 points compulsorily. What is that? The Patlar date and month on inscription was started during the period of Ikshvaku dynasty, and also the name of sculptures on the sculpture was also started during the period of Ikshvakus, which was started by the name started by the person Badantacharya. This Badantacharya was appointed by Shantisri to supervise the Buddhist constructions. Okay. That's for the session. We will discuss about the early Pallavas in the next session. Thank you.